Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Steve G. Jones, clinical hypnotherapist, self-made millionaire, and founder of Total Money Magnetism. And today, I'm going to share with you the 4 crucial truths about confidence that most people don't know about. A lot of my clients ask me about this topic because they're struggling with self-confidence and it's holding them back from a lot of things in life. And it really is important to have this trait, especially when it comes to attracting and building wealth. Aside from that, confidence also gives you the power to break through your personal limitations and face your fears. I mean, everyone has something they're afraid of, whether it's asking your boss for a raise, pitching to a potential client, or attempting to convince a customer to buy a product and close the sale. You really need to work up the nerve to overcome these things, and confidence gives you the leverage to push past life's obstacles. Why is confidence so important anyway? Without this basic quality, it's really hard to get out there in the world and enjoy the kind of success that you want in life. You know there's something amazing on the other side of those barriers, and being confident will help you break through them. The challenge is that a lot of people misunderstand what true confidence is, which is why it's so hard for them to cultivate it. So I decided to do this video today to shed some light on this topic and show you how to have more of this quality. As always, please share your thoughts in the comments below, whether it's a question you have or if you have stories about your own struggles with being more confident. Okay, so let's get into it. Number 1. No one is born with confidence. All right, so the first thing you need to understand about confidence is that no one is born with it, okay? It's not something people have right out of the gate, and it's not some genetic trait that you're born with. Just because you don't have it now, it doesn't mean that you're doomed to never be confident. So you don't have to feel bad if you're on the spot or under pressure or that voice of self-doubt creeps in your thoughts. And you don't have to feel bad either when you see other people who are confident and end up comparing yourself to them. Here's the thing. Their confident personality that you see is nothing more than a bunch of habits that they've consciously or unconsciously practiced over a period of time. So it's not something that's in their DNA, but rather a personality trait that they've cultivated. Also, confidence is the result of making a ton of mistakes in a particular area that you want to get better at. Whether it's driving a car, public speaking, singing on stage, or making money, self-confidence is one of the lessons that comes from real life experience. In other words, confidence is something that you can learn just like any other skill out there. And that brings us to the second truth about confidence. Number 2, action gives birth to confidence. The second thing you need to understand is that taking action leads to having more confidence in the future. It's sort of like the chicken and the egg situation where you might be confused about which comes first. Does confidence make you better at doing something, or is it the other way around? For me, it's the latter, and for a couple of good reasons. First of all, when it comes to actual real-life experience, I've found that taking action and getting better is a great confidence booster. Before I discovered how to rewire my mind for success and adopt the habits of a millionaire, there was no way I thought I could get myself out of thousands of dollars of credit card debt. But as I learned the secrets to developing that millionaire mentality, which, by the way, is something I'll be sharing with you in a little while, I started seeing progress, which gave me confidence to keep moving and making more money. Secondly, research shows that the more time you put into something, the more confident you become. It's a phenomenon called the confidence competency loop. Like the name suggests, as you become more confident at a specific skill, the more confident you get. Once that happens, you'll be inspired to push yourself even more, making you even more confident, and so on and so forth. So it's really about creating a cycle that will feed itself, and it all starts by attempting it in the first place. Don't worry if you mess up badly at first, because those mistakes will actually pave the way to greater success and self-confidence in the future. The important thing is that you get the ball rolling by taking action. The rest will take care of itself. Number 3, you can rewire your mind to eliminate self-doubt. The third truth about confidence is that you can reframe your thoughts about being confident. What do I mean by this? Okay, so you're faced with a stressful situation and you're dreading the thought of dealing with it. It's natural to have feelings of self-doubt. Or maybe you're starting out at something and you're feeling insecure about going through the motions. That's pretty normal too. Now, if you want to get past the roadblocks to confidence, you can change your perspective on the whole experience so that you don't feel overwhelmed. Let's say you're about to give a presentation at an upcoming meeting at work, and you're absolutely terrified. When you're in this state, feeling confident is probably the last thing on your mind. But what if you could see the situation differently and look forward to it instead? Wouldn't that make all the difference? This is the power of visualization. This is something I've learned to master from experience, and I'm going to share with you how you can quickly learn this technique in just a bit. For now, let me explain how it works. So, this is really about creating a vibrant, detailed picture in your head about the kind of outcome you want to have. Going back to our example earlier, imagine that you just blew everyone away at that meeting after you gave your presentation. What would your boss and coworkers say as they congratulate you? Think about the exact words of praise that they'd have for you and how it would make you feel. You can even imagine the kind of person you'd turn out to be after the meeting's over. Would you be more confident and empowered after? Would your boss and coworkers see you as a valuable member of your team? So essentially, this visualization exercise will get your head in the game and, more importantly, give yourself a goal to aim for. And when you deliberately tell yourself to get excited about doing something, you'll come from a place of confidence and attack the challenge with a clearer mind. Number 4, confidence comes from within. That brings us to the fourth truth about confidence. As you've probably gathered so far, winning the game of self-confidence is really about winning that battle inside you. The challenge a lot of people have is attempting to overcome mental habits that get in the way of being more confident in life. And one of the biggest obstacles is the inner critic that everyone has to deal with. Most folks don't even realize that they're allowing that inner voice to go unchecked in their heads, tripping them up every step of the way. That voice has a habit of telling you the worst things that could happen, but it's got nothing to go on except for the feelings of fear that you have. And what that inner critic does is amplify those feelings to ridiculous levels. You'll end up with distorted versions of the truth, which will undermine everything you do in your life. And of course, it'll destroy your confidence in the process. So when your inner world is a mess, your thoughts and your actions are going to influence your external reality in an extremely negative way. Let me share something I've learned over the years. When you challenge your inner critic, you can beat it at its own game. Let's say you're in a stressful situation and a confidence-crushing thought pops in your head. It could be something like, "You messed up again, didn't you? You're in trouble now." So the trick here is to call out your inner critic. Instead of agreeing with a negative thought like that, challenge it. And with rational logic too. Here's something that you could say to the negative thought in your head. "Did I though? Did I really make such a mess of things that I can't do some damage control and attempt to make things right?" Here's another good one. "Is it really the end of the world, or am I going to feel differently about this a week or month from now?" If you can make a habit of doing this every time you hear that voice whispering in your ear, you can stop your inner critic from wrecking your self-confidence. So, there you have it. You've just learned the 4 little-known truths about genuine confidence. Now, before we get into how you can develop the millionaire mentality that I mentioned earlier and how you can use the power of visualization, let's do a quick recap of what we covered today. Number 1, no one is born with confidence. Number 2, action gives birth to confidence. Number 3, you can rewire your mind to eliminate self-doubt. And number 4, confidence comes from within. Remember, real self-belief isn't about putting up appearances or pretending to be this aggressively confident person that you're not. As we just talked about, it's really about learning what actually builds a foundation of self-confidence and things that destroy it. Now, I've got an awesome free gift that I'd like to share with you. It's an ebook called The Skill of Money Magnetism, 6 Steps to Train Your Brain to Think Like a Millionaire. So this will help you develop the millionaire mentality that I talked about. Plus, it's packed with information on how to use visualization. This is powerful information because it won't just help you become more confident, but also create a reality where you'll effortlessly attract all the wealth and abundance that you could ever want. The best part is that you can get this amazing free gift right now. All you need to do is head over to www.totalmoneymagnetism.com/skill to get your ebook. Again, that's www.totalmoneymagnetism.com/skill. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any thoughts or questions, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to post in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so you can watch more of my videos and get on the path to becoming a magnet for incredible wealth. Thanks again. See you soon.